Upravo se nalazimo u backstage-u Zagrebačke arene, a s nama je u društvu legendarni Tom Araya, pjevač i basist legendarnog thrash metal benda Slayera. Hi Tom, welcome to Metal Life for the first time.
Thank you.
And welcome to Zagreb again.
Thank you. Thank you.
First of all, I have to ask you, how are you today? Did you get enough sleep last night?
Yeah, I got plenty of sleep. I haven't been sleeping well because it's the road. So I sleep maybe 5 hours, 6 hours, and I'm up at 7 in the morning wide awake. So, but I'll be good. I'll be good for the show.
You came to Zagreb yesterday, right?
Yes, we came in yesterday morning. Yeah.
Did you see the city or did you just hang?
No, we got in. We got in about 9 in the morning. I had breakfast, and then I fell asleep.
Okay, that was it. So you didn't go anywhere out or anything? No partying?
No, I rest my voice, and I try to take care of myself. I try to get as much sleep as I can.
How's your health lately? You had some health issues. That's what I wanted to ask you. Are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm good. They did cut my throat right here, and they put a plate. I have a titanium plate in my neck with 6 screws.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still in there. Yeah.
Full metal.
Yeah. I'm a metalhead now.
Literal.
Yeah, and I don't headbang anymore.
But you don't, when you come near to the mic, you don't make those squeaking sounds.
No, they're well oiled, I guess.
I also wanted to ask you about Hanneman. I have to ask you about him. What happened to him, to your guitarist?
Jeff had the unfortunate, he got bit by a spider.
Yeah, how did that happen actually? Does he have spiders?
I'm assuming he probably has spiders in the area that he lives in, and he got bit, I think in this area down here, and it just went up his arm, and it was one of those, a flesh-eating thing, and so it was constantly, it was constantly eating his arm up, and they cut his arm from here to here.
They what?
They cut his arm open from here to here to clear out all the bad.
They cut his arm.
To get rid of all that bad bacteria, and try to get that out of his system before it got to his whole body.
I read on the internet that he's gonna quit Slayer for good. Is that true, or is that some kind of?
That was a really bad April Fool's joke.
Oh, okay.
Because it was on April Fool's.
Good. I was just discussing that one.
Yeah, it was really a very bad joke. Bad joke. Because I didn't find it very funny.
No, it's not funny at all.
Not funny at all. When I heard about it, I was like, what? And then it was off of some metal site, some gossip site. Mm-hmm. And when I heard that, I was like, okay. Because they even said that we had responded to that as band members. And when I read that, then I knew, okay, well, that's not true because I don't even know about this. And they're saying that we responded to this. So it was a bad joke, a very bad joke.
But today he's going to be replaced by Pat O'Brien of Cannibal Corpse, right? And
yes.
This is his first gig with you.
Yeah, this is Pat O'Brien's first gig with us, so he's a little nervous.
Yeah, I can imagine. How did you rehearse with him?
We did the entire set, and he did great. So he keeps worrying. We keep telling him, "You'll be fine."
Did he just fly to Zagreb, or?
No, he's been with us while Gary was playing. He's been with us for a week and a half now, and he's been learning the songs and playing. While we're on stage, he'd be on the side of the stage jamming with us, and then Gary would show him his parts, and so they worked together, and we worked with him quite a bit. So.
How did you pick Gary and Pat?
Gary's a good friend. Mm-hmm. We've known Gary since we met him back in '83. So that's when we first met Exodus. We first met Exodus back then, and Gary's been a really good friend since then. A friend of Jeff's also, a really good friend. That's how we got Gary, because he, for one and foremost, he was a friend, and that to me made it more comfortable. It wasn't a very easy decision to make. It was hard for me. I didn't want to do it. I just figured, well, let's just wait till it gets better. And the other guys goes, well, we can't do that. I said, yeah, well, I want to do that. And they said, well, we can't do that. I said, well, they said, well, how about if we get Gary to film? Oh, okay. Okay, maybe I can do that with Gary. So.
Seen Gary for a long time. What about Pat?
Pat, we've just met Pat. Pat was recommended by Gary. Mm-hmm. Gary was the one who said, well, Gary knew that he was going to be going away for some of the shows. And he said, I know someone that can probably fill in for me while I step out for these couple of shows. So he recommended Pat. Cool.
Is he excited about tonight's
Yeah, he's excited. He's
I
nervous.
can imagine.
He's nervous, and I'm telling him, like, man, it'll be fine. I go, the first show's going to be rough. I go, you know, I'll give you that. The first show will be rough. I go, but from here on, it'll be fine. And, you know, I have the utmost confidence in him. He's a great guitar player. He's been playing for 15 years. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
but
playing.
still, you know,
It doesn't matter. If you've been playing for as long as he's been playing, it'll be easy. Any musician. If you're a musician and you've played more than 15 or 20 years, and someone says, "Hey, can you sit in for a bit?" You shouldn't have any worries because you're a professional already.
So you're completely confident.
Yeah, I'm confident in him, and he should be confident too. So you know, that's he's go. Oh, I'm like, man, he'll be fine. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a really good show.
See you later. Wanted to ask you, your still kind of current album is Well Painted Blood, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you about the album because it's quite old now, but I wanted to ask you, every band tells me that the latest issue is like their best issue ever, blah, blah, you know how that goes, but what is your favorite issue? Like, what's your favorite Slayer album?
Wow. Wow.
What would you select as like top Slayer work?
Wow. That's a tough one. That's a tough one because it would be a toss-up between the new album and Seasons, because they feel so much. They feel a lot alike. Those two albums are they're very connected. So those two records, I think. But one that I think is a really good one that nobody really pays attention to is the Undisputed Attitude album, that punk album we did. That to me is that's a kick in the face type of album. That one is a really great album. But you know, I mean.
But you're still choosing between the latest one
Yeah,
and Seasons.
the latest one and Seasons. Seasons, I think. It's Seasons, yeah, because that was at a very high point for Slayer, and I was involved in all the songs on that album. I had a lot to do with a lot of the songs on that album. Actually, all the songs on that album. So that's kind of a favorite of mine.
How do you pick songs for a set list?
Huh?
How do you pick songs for a set list? How do you choose?
Oh,
Because you have so many hits actually, and
Yeah.
you know nobody's ever happy because you know
yeah.
because there's so many songs people want to hear.
Yeah, usually what we do is we have a list of songs.
Okay.
A list of songs that the fans really want to hear and like. Yeah, this is a list of songs that the fans want to hear. Then these are songs that we have to play. You know, there's a list of songs that we know we have to play, and then there's a list of songs that we as a band like to play, and then there's a list of songs that we think that we need to throw in every now and then.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we start with the list of songs that we know we have to play. So we pick out a few of the songs that we know, okay, we have to play Angel of Death. I mean, if we don't play Angel of Death, we have to play Rain and Blood. I mean, those are things. Those are songs that you have to play.
Yeah.
So you know, there's a lot of those.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, there's a lot of songs that we have to play, but you know, and it's Kerry usually does that. We just let Kerry do that. He'll put together a set list of songs. And okay, here's a list of songs that we want to play. So we'll maybe have 25, 30 songs we picked out. We learn them all, we rehearse them, and then he'll put together a set, and then we'll rehearse that set and see how it feels. And if he goes, if it gets bumpy in some spots, we'll move songs around. But it has to flow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It has to go like, it has to start like, whoa, and then it has to go like this, whoa, and then whoa. It has to like, it's like a roller coaster ride, you know what I mean? So, and once we get a group of songs that we like and it feels good, yeah, that's a set we stay with. But, you know, yeah, there's three lists: songs that the fans like, songs that we like, and then songs that, these are the songs that the filler songs. Like, we know that these are great songs that we like to play. Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's a
You
lot
have so many
of
good
songs.
You're not going to play Bloodline. You didn't play, I mean, that's my favorite, that's why I'm
Yeah.
asking. You didn't play it for a really long time.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, I don't know why that one's on. That's a favorite of mine too. I like that song. Yeah, I really. But yeah, that's a favorite of mine also.
I want to ask you one kind of personal question. which is like you have kids, right? You're a father of 2 or 3?
Two kids.
2 kids.
There's a daughter and a son.
How do they see their father as like, you are kind of a rock star, right? And how did they see you? You know, you're their father, you're just a dad. And
That's how they see me. I'm
like
just dad. I'm just dad.
Did they know your songs?
They know,
Songs that
yeah,
you wrote?
they know Slayer. They know all the music. They like it. They like.
They come to gigs sometimes?
Yeah. They travel with me in the States.
Okay. How old are they?
11 and 14. My son is 11. Tommy's 11, and Ariel's 14. And they travel with me. They like the music. They like Metallica. They like Megadeth. They like Pantera. They like Slayer. But they're all into metal. They like it. They're into the new metal. I know that they were into Event Sevenfold. There was a song that they liked from them that they liked. You know, so they like a variety of music. They're into the pop stuff. They like, you know, all the pop music, whatever's on the top 20 on XM radio. They're all into that stuff.
But what about the other kids in school? How do they react to their dad being a metal star?
Well, we took them out of school. We homeschool. We homeschool. But they were in school, and they weren't treated very well because their dad was the devil.
Okay.
Yeah, their dad was the devil, so they weren't treated very well. But no, they know what I do, but I'm still dad. They treat me like dad. I mean, I'm not Tom Araya. I'm dad. I'm not special to them at all, except that I'm dad.